beautiful Friday, and I'm so glad you're here. I am Rashadat, your dream strategist, and I do this live event every Friday to bring together women, especially and specifically Black women, who are get it done women, but who actually want to create a life of rest and really take off the cape and stop pushing themselves to do more. Because here's the thing, we have been ingrained somehow along the way. We started to believe that work plus more work equals the freedom that we want, and that's not actually true. It actually just equals more work. And so I love bringing us together because together we're changing that, we're flipping that. I am a lifestyle coach that's all about helping you make that shift. And this is just one of the ways that I bring us together to do that. And so, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. It is my honor to do this journey for myself and continue to do this journey. But it's also my honor to be able to welcome you into this and invite you to make shifts in your life that are going to allow you to fully live your life to become what I like to call a rested queen. Because right now, you are probably stuck in burnout or really close to it. Like if you keep going the way that you're going right now, you're going to end up sick. You're going to end up working the rest of your life. You're going to end up feeling like there's no way out or continuing to feel like there's no way out. And that might be how you're feeling right now. But after working with me, it's not going to feel like that. A whole new life comes alive, and I'm excited to help you make that shift. And again, this is one of the ways that I help you do that. So, what we do on this event every Friday to help you on that journey, there's 4 things that we do. We celebrate our wins. We take some time and we choose our rest intention for next week. Then we schedule our rest intention for next week because that's how we prioritize it. Like when I say you deserve rest, here's how you get it. That's exactly, these are the steps and how you get it. You choose what your rest intention is going to be, and then you prioritize it over work. And so then you'll take some time and you'll prioritize it in your schedule, and then we'll wind down for the weekend. And then, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now, when we get to hanging out and kikiing, this usually takes us about 2 hours to go through when the girls come and hang out. So if you are able to join us live, welcome. I'm so excited you're here. Take a second to say hello in the chat. And if you're joining us on the replay in the future, welcome. I'm so excited you're here as well. Take a second to say hello in the comments. I respond to all of those comments. Sometimes I see them a little late only because YouTube doesn't always notify me and I have to go like digging for them, but I will find them. So you can still participate regardless of whether you're here live or not. And I really encourage you to, like, if today is not your Friday, if today is not the day before your day off, then I encourage you to take this video and watch it on a day before your day off. So if your day off is on Monday, then watch this on Sunday so that you can truly wind down for your weekend and enjoy your time off. Be fully present in your time off, okay? So, yes, that's what this is about. I'm so excited you're here. Yeah, let's jump into it. So the first thing that we do is we celebrate our wins from the week. And you know what? I'm also going to take a bite of my breakfast. My little what is this? Almond butter toast. Mm. I got toast and tea this morning. And I'm going to get comfortable in a little bit because this is supposed to be a vibe. We're hanging out together. Get comfortable. So the reason I love celebrating our wins together, because 9 times out of 10, you have not taken a second to celebrate your wins. You have not asked yourself, wow, what did I succeed at this week? Instead, what you've probably done is you've been like, okay, I finished that, on to the next thing. Before you even had a chance to take a deep breath, before you even had a chance to be like, yes, I did that, you were like, okay, on to the next thing. You moved on. And that is a surefire way to know if you're in burnout. If that's your habit, you are definitely in burnout. And number two, if you're doing that, you're probably epitomizing, like you're probably setting yourself up to stay in burnout. And I want to help you shift out of that. And one of the ways to do that is gratefulness. But gratefulness also in celebrating who you are, what you have accomplished, and your wins. Like wins are so important to help you pause and recognize that you are doing so much more than you think you're doing, and to be grateful for that. So I want to start there. Start by celebrating your wins. What is something that you accomplished this week that you can celebrate and say, thank you? Like, I did that, and allow me to celebrate you and say, wow, like killing it, girl, get it. Like, I want to celebrate you as well. So while you're taking a second, mm, while you're taking a second to think about that, I'm going to share a couple of my wins from this week. This is the other thing too. If you um if you haven't already, I want you to go ahead and download my Freedom Fridays worksheet, because you can download a new worksheet for next week, and you can start writing down your um wins for the week as they happen. You don't have to wait until Friday and then you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? You can be preemptive about that and get them all written down. So then on Friday, you're just like, listen, win, 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 win. Like you're just spilling them out, just rattling them off. So one win from the week for me, I well, it's kind of overlapping from a couple of weeks ago. So in June, I went to ROI, the Millionaire Summit by Rachel Rogers. Such an amazing event. It was so powerful. And while I was there, I met a new business bestie, and she has been a godsend. We've had so many good conversations. And so this week we had a follow up of our conversation last week. And I was just really happy and really grateful for how she was able to really say just one little thing that switched a lot for me. And it was really encouraging, and it was really helpful. And it reminded me that my pivots and all of these things, the things that make being an entrepreneur hard, like they might be a part of it, but yet it's okay. Like where they're natural. It's a part of it. It's okay. Like it made me feel very encouraged, and the changes that I made felt really, really good. That's Change is a part of life, and the more that we fight it, the more that we actually make our lives hard. So learning how to be a part of that change and doing it well is really important. And she helped me through a recent change that was very, very big for me. So I'm very grateful to her. And I'm very excited about the changes. Like it's not like she dragged me kicking and screaming. Like, no, it was actually very amazing. And I'm very grateful for it. So that's my first win. Got on a call with my business bestie, had a really great conversation, left feeling super encouraged. So grateful that I met her back in June, and excited for our relationship to bloom, and all the things that are coming in our future. Next thing that I am celebrating for this week. Guess what, y'all? Guess what? I did something so crazy and so kind of fun. A lot of people said when I posted this on my stories this week, I think that was on Tuesday. Yes, on Tuesday, they were like, oh my gosh, that is a bucket list thing. I went and was a participant in um the Price is Right audience. It was a lot of fun, you guys. So the way that they do it, you can go online and you see when the next taping is. So you can put your information in, and when the next taping is, they will, like, it already says it, but when the tickets are available, they'll email you. So I knew that they were going to be available in July. They emailed me and I signed up for a couple dates. And so I went to the one on Tuesday. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, so I signed up for multiple dates just in case they I wasn't able to get into the audience the first time. But I got there and I had a priority ticket, which meant I didn't have to worry. Like, I was number 48 out of 150 or 60 guests that got to be a part of this live taping. No, not live taping. Well, it was live when we did it, but it's not going to be aired until November 21st. So it was such a fun experience. You get there, you're in line for a little while, but thankfully it wasn't too sunny out. So that was great. But you meet a lot of new people. You use a lot of energy. You get to meet producers. You get to see behind the scenes of what happens in tapings. It's crazy because you're there. I was there from like 12:30. I remember looking at my phone at 5:54. So I was there for a good 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours for the taping. But it moves really fast. You do this section, or I think it moved very fast. I guess if you're not a patient person, then maybe it didn't move fast for you, but it moved fast to me. And then the taping itself is only an hour, but they're going through, like, they're trying to you have to sign release forms and um waivers. Like, I can't tell you what happened at all during the taping, but I can tell you that I like was in the audience, which was a lot of fun. And it was very sweet too because I got to sit next to the producer's parents. Her parents came to see her work, which was really, really sweet and really cool. Um, so it was a lot of fun to meet them and see how proud they were of their daughter. They're not allowed to win because they know somebody on the show, so they just were able to be there and participate. But it was still very sweet, and I don't think they had to be there all day like we did. They just kind of came when it was time to actually tape, and then were able to leave. But yeah, it was a very fun experience. I didn't have it on my bucket list, but I was like, oh, this will be a lot of fun. So I'm glad that I went. It was a lot of fun. I had, like I said, I had three different tickets, but I got in the room for the first one, so I'm not going to use the other two. Now though, I'm planning to head back to the East Coast on August 10th. Um, but if I was thinking about it, I would have looked for the Wheel of Fortune because, y'all, I like the prices right because the novelty of it. But the Wheel of Fortune, I actually could have won some money on the Wheel of Fortune. Like, I'm good at the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know that I'm not good at the prices right. So I wish that I would have thought about it because um I definitely should have looked because there are tapings for the Wheel of Fortune in August, and it's right after I leave. And I was like, man, if I didn't commit myself to help someone on the 10th through, I think it's the 10th through the 17th. If I didn't commit to that, I would have stayed another couple weeks so that I would, be able to sign up for tickets for the Wheel of Fortune. And that would have been my game. I might have, listen, I think that would be where I would actually like get some real winnings, and that would have been amazing. So all of that to say, it was a lot of fun being on The Price is Right. I'm gonna have to make another trip to LA, or on my next trip to LA. I came to LA last year too. Yeah, was it last year? Yeah. That I will have to go ahead and make sure I sign up for tickets for the Wheel of Fortune too. There's so many. So there's if you don't win, the way it works on The Price is Right, if you're on if you get picked on The Price is Right or Make a Deal, those are like the two sister shows. If you get picked to like be participate in a game, you can't do it again for another 10 years. You could be in the audience, but you can't get picked. Leslyn, you're here. Welcome back, sis. So happy to see you. I'm talking about this week. I'm celebrating my wins, and I'm saying that my win is that I went to be on a taping of The Price is Right. And I was saying too that like if you get picked to do The Price is Right, like if you get picked to play a game to go on stage, you can't do it again for another 10 years on either show. On either show. So that means you have to find other shows to go on if you really want to be on a game show. So yes, that was one of my wins from this week. Such a fun experience. One of those things where I was like, you know what? This is the stuff that reminds me I live a very fun, amazing, like life. Like I get to do amazing things that most people don't ever even think about doing. And I get to be like, yeah, I did that this week. So it was very fun. I'm very excited that I got to go on The Price is Right this week. Y'all, we're celebrating our wins. So if you have any wins from this week, please go ahead and put them in the chat. I would love to celebrate your wins with you right now here as we're talking. And if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and put them in the comments. I still will celebrate them with you, even if you're in the replay gang. Like, I still got you, boo. You deserve to be celebrated. Your wins deserve to be celebrated. So I want to celebrate them with you, okay? So go ahead and take a second and put them in the chat. Y'all, I got some English breakfast tea. Bomb. This is so good. Okay. So that was my second win from the week. My third win from the week is it seems like my hives are doing okay. Y'all, can I tell you, before this allergic reaction thing started in the end of June, I didn't even know what a hive was. And now I have been having hives. If I stop taking antihistamines, I immediately get an outbreak of hives. It is not fun. But all of that being said, I was actually talking to my friend yesterday, and she said, wow, like, I know you're going through this, but you also have such high spirits. How are you doing that? And I said, because God is still good. And with all of that, he's still been blessing me in amazing ways that I like ways that I couldn't have planned for myself. So I'm not gonna let the hives dwarf that. I'm not gonna let the hives take away from that. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. So, like I said, I've had some amazing things happen this week. And praise the Lord for antihistamines. Let me tell you, I've been using the medicine like there's nobody's business. So listen, I've been keeping up on that. So I'm grateful that I'm doing okay. Leslyn, you said I have a win. I am struggling, but keeping my head above water. Leslyn, I'm so sorry that you're struggling, and I do not downplay that in any way. I know anytime that we use the word struggling, life is lifing and things are not as easy as we would like them to be. And I'm also so proud of you for seeing that you still have a win, even in the midst of going, something being hard, something going wrong. And I'm not saying that in a toxic positivity way. I think the more that we focus on, and I've been listening to this book from um, an emotional decluttering coach, and she says the more that you focus on the negativity, the more negativity you get, because that's what you're focusing on, and the universe is like honoring the fact that you're focusing on that. So it's this weird space of like trying to acknowledge our pain and allow our emotions to be present in everything that's going on, which is exactly what I'm doing with the hives. And yet also seeing that there's so much beautiful happening at the same time. And it's that globe from inside out, the yellow and the blue, the joy and the sadness all in the same one, that I honor in you. So I honor you, Leslyn. I know that's not easy to come on here and say I'm struggling, but you're also like, I'm here. And that's beautiful. Sister, we're sending you so much hugs, so much love and affection, so much motivation and encouragement to get you through all the things that you're going through. Like, blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings, and good food and good hugs in the midst of that. Okay. Yes. I thank you for sharing that. And if anybody else has wins, I would love, 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 love to hear it. Okay, what else? Leslyn said, that is true. Very true. I have to be very careful for what I place my energy into. There is so much happening, and I have not had the time to rest, to write, or anything. I just need to show up. And sometimes that's what it's about. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I can't I can't think about the future. All I have available in me is to be in present and right now and keep my energy positive in what's happening right now, right? Girl, that is a beautiful place. It's hard. Actually a hard place to be, but when everything else feels like it's crumbling around you, like, that's a beautiful place to be, to not be crumbling with it, to know that are you are the center of what's going to happen afterwards, like of what's coming, and that energy that you're putting into it to hold your ground and be positive regardless of everything crumbling around you is so much power, and so beautiful for you to be putting your energy towards that. Listen, I'm sending you it's like I'm sending you extra energy through the camera to fill you up, sis, filling you up. This is what I love about this community, because I know that when we come together and we see that our sisters are needing um these vibes and encouragement and motivation and energy, we can send that to each other. We feel it. We actually feel it. It actually changes something in us. And so, listen, I'm sending extra positivity to you right now for all the things that you're going through. Please know, girl, we missed you. We're so happy to see you here. Like, know that you were missed, know that it was noticed. Know that, like, the last couple months has not been the same without Leslie Moore. I'm so happy that you're here today. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so happy. Yes. Okay, good. Okay. So I think I gave 3 wins. I did. I gave 3 wins. Okay, good. Now I'm drinking my tea. I'm eating my toast. Listen, because remember, I'm on the East Coast, so it's 12 Eastern Standard Time. So for most of you, most people who are used to joining me are on the Eastern Standard Time. Because that's where I usually am. But since I'm on the East Coast right now, it's 9 a.m. and I'm eating my breakfast. Mm. And still, um, yes. So we did our celebrating our wins. Our next step is to choose our rest intention for the week. And the way that we do that is, and I started doing this last week, where I get a little bit more comfortable because my feet needed to be elevated because of the hives. So we're going to do that again today. I'm getting comfortable, and I hope that you get comfortable too as you join me in doing our body scan so that we can choose our rest intention. So the way that we do this body scan, I want you to take a minute. This is a minute for you to answer the question, what kind of rest do I need? If you're asking me, if you're coming here and you're saying, "Oh, she must be about to tell me the perfect amount of rest that I need and that I just need to get that every single week." That's not how this works. Okay? The amount of rest that you need right now versus what you need next week or tomorrow, or even 10 minutes from now, is going to ebb and flow. So, how do you know how much rest you need? You have to actually listen to your body. And this is so, so important. For whatever reason, we've stopped listening to our bodies. We've been taught to listen to our minds. Nope, our minds could lie. Our bodies are going to tell the truth every single time. And so, this body scan is about connecting back to your body and saying, hey, body, what is it that I need? How much rest do I need? How do I recalibrate and get my cup filled up so that I'm giving out of overflow, like only the things that overflow the top of this cup, rather than feeling like I have to just pour and give and give and give. That's not what we're doing. That's not what I'm about here. I'm not telling, it's not selfish for you to ask your body what you need. That's not not at all. Instead, I want you to be so clear, so connected to you, that you are giving your body exactly what it needs. And this is a check-in to help you do that. So, the way we're going to do this, I want you to get comfortable. Usually I like to have my feet on the ground, but like I said, my body has preferred that my feet are elevated right now since I'm dealing with the hives. And so I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to allow myself to not have to hold myself up. So I'm leaning on the I'm comfortable. I want you to get in a comfortable position, okay? And then I'm going to close my eyes. I invite you to close your eyes too. Put your hand over your belly, your other hand over your heart, and I want you to start listening to your body. I want you to ask it, what do I need? What kind of rest do I need? What do I need to fill my cup today? Okay? Get connected back to you. And then I want you to listen to my voice. We're going to start this body scan at the absolute top, at the top of our head. And then I want you to imagine a laser scanning over your head, over your forehead, over your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, your chin. And as this laser is scanning down your body, I want you to ask it what it needs and I want you to listen to it. Okay. I want you to tune out anything that's outside of this. I know there could be so many things going on around you, but just imagine that it's like your ears are plugged. You can't hear any of those things anymore. And instead, you're tuning into your body, and your body is speaking to you loud and clear. What is your body saying? What is she saying to you? As you continue to scan down over your neck, over your shoulders, over your arms, over your elbows, your forearms, your fingertips, down your chest, over your belly, over your hips, down your thighs, over your knees, over your calves, over your ankles, down your feet, and all the way to your fingertips. What kind of rest is your body telling you you need? Tune in, listen, give yourself 3 deep breaths. Breath one, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe out. And then as you take your final listen, like it's okay to keep listening. Please do. Like continue to listen to your body. This is so important. But you can open your eyes and then start to connect, like verbalize. What did your body tell you that you need? If you would like to share with us, go ahead and share in the chat. That's completely up to you. You don't have to. Um, my going into this week, as I listened, I actually it's interesting. Today I didn't feel like I heard a lot. And I think that's because this week I've been doing a lot of really listening to my body. There's been so many times this week, while I had a lot of fun going into like doing the prices right and different things that were happening, um, I'm really feeling like this week I didn't overdo it. And you would think, oh, as a rest coach, like you should never have weeks where you overdo it. I'm human too. Stop playing. I have times where I overdo it as well. But this week felt really, really good. And I'm very blessed to be able to say that. That's very encouraging. And for all the things that are going on in my life, I'm very blessed to say I feel really good. And like my body is like, keep doing what you've been doing. Like listening to me every day, connecting with my intuition every day and leaning into that. That is really, really huge. Okay, Leslin says, Sister, I have to run. We have dialysis. It was so wonderful to see you in today's live. I love you. Leslin, I'm so glad that you got a chance to stop in. It's such an honor that you joined us today. Sending so much love and affection for you as you go to dialysis or whoever you're going to dialysis with. Um, it was wonderful to see you in the chat today. I was so glad to see you here. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for sending your love. And I love you as well, sis. So, so, so glad to see you. Sending so much love for you. Listen, this little gnat trying to get in my toast. Let me take a bite. Okay. So with that, with that body scan, you should have chosen what your rest intention for this week is going to be. Okay. That was not a good idea to take that bite. When you take a peanut butter bite, it sticks to your teeth and everything, but it was also very delicious. So now that you have your rest intention, I want you to decide how are you going to prioritize it in this coming week. There's two main ways that I like to, especially if there's the beginner way and then there's the advanced way. I want everybody to get to the advanced way because that is structure that it's the kind of structure that's actually going to help you really see big change. Whereas this beginner way is the way to start dipping your toe in the water. And there's no shame in doing either one of these, okay? There's also no shame in being like, I'm not ready to start yet. But I hope that as you continue to join us for Freedom Fridays, that you will start opening yourself to try one or really getting yourself to the advanced way, because it's really, that's where change is really going to start happening. And that's really what's going to help you be prepared and ready to step into some of the more advanced things that I do in my coaching to help you really turn your burnout into alignment, because the opposite of burnout is not really rest. Okay, I know that's weird. You're like, oh wait, that are you sure? The opposite of burnout is alignment. A lot of times we are in burnout because something in our life is misaligned. We're putting a lot of energy into something that's not aligned with who we truly are, how we truly want to show up. And so when we make these shifts, when we start with a shift like this, where we create structure that allows us to get into alignment, then we actually become that rested queen. That's how we release the burnout and get into that freedom that we're looking for. And I know somehow we started to imagine that freedom happens when we don't have any responsibility. That's not real. That's not true. Excuse me. Freedom happens when we live a life that is truly in alignment of who we were created to be. And we weren't created to just not do anything. Like we all have, God was like, you are beautiful in this way, and I can't wait for you to give it away. Okay. But he said, you don't have to burn out to do that. And you don't have to try to be something you're not. You just got to show up and be fully who I created you to be, which is alignment, right? And so when you learn how to do this first rest step really well, it sets you up to be able to live this life of alignment that I'm talking about, which is fully what heals the burnout, and allows us to create and really live that freedom that we were meant to live. So this first step, so now that you chose brain fart, sorry, let me get back. Now that you've chosen your rest intention for next week, now it's how do you prioritize it? Okay, so the beginner way of how to prioritize it is if you are like, I am not really good at using a schedule, then what you do is I want you to get some post-it notes, and I want you to write on that post-it note what your rest intention is. Hello, Grand Rising. So happy that you joined us today, Kiki. Welcome. We're talking about our rest intention and prioritizing it for the week, and I'm about to give the beginner way to do that. So, you get some post-its, you write your rest intention on that post-it. Let me put that up here so you can see it. So I wrote the rest intention on this post-it, and then I decided how many times this week am I going to do this rest intention. Now, if you're a beginner, like a really beginner, you might just start with, as long as I do this rest intention just once this week, then I'm doing good. Then that's okay. Instead of putting 3 boxes on this post-it, that means you only put 1. That's perfect. This is not about going 0 to 100 in 0.5 seconds. That's not what we're doing here, okay? Instead, we are creating a lifestyle shift, and that takes incremental change. Incremental change, okay? And that's why I give you a beginner way to do this, because I know that if you could do this regularly, then you'll start doing a little bit more, and then you'll be like, okay, I got that. Now I'm ready for the real structure that's going to get me to the real rest that I want. So I love it. Like I said, this is a great place to start. So like I said, write your rest intention on your post-it, and then decide how many times this next week you're going to do that rest intention, and then put a checkbox for it. And then once you do that, then you want to put this rest intention post-it, whether you want to put it on your front door, you want to put it on your mirror, maybe you want to put it on your refrigerator because you go into the refrigerator. But the point is, you want to put this rest intention somewhere that you'll see it multiple times this week. Because the first time you see it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Let me figure out when I'm going to do that. And then the second time you see it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I could actually do that right now. Let me go do that rest intention. And if you've only put one time, one box on there, one checkbox, then you could do the rest intention and check it off. And you could say, wow, I took some time this week and prioritized time for me. I prioritized rest when it feels like that's not something that feels like a luxury I don't get to have time for. First of all, it's not a luxury. It is literally a responsibility to yourself. It is a pregame. If you missed this week's video that I put out this week about how to embrace rest without feeling guilty, you need to go watch that video. It's actually the 4th video in a series that I've been putting out. The last video is coming out this next Wednesday. Go watch that whole series from the beginning. It is the first playlist on my YouTube channel, okay? They're short, sweet, like they get right into the meat of it. Okay, so take a second to watch that. But yes. So now you have the beginner way to prioritize rest in your week, because you have a post-it, you have a rest intention on this post-it, you have decided how many times this week you're going to lean into this, how many times you're going to do this rest intention, and then you put it somewhere to remind you so that you will stop yourself at some point this week and do this rest intention. That is the start of you making time to prioritize rest and fun in your week. You say you want to get out of burnout. This is how you start. This is why I do this, because this is the first step. Okay. So if you're like, okay, I love that, I did that, I'm good at that, I'm actually a little more advanced than using the post-it, then I have the advanced way for you to do this. And we're actually going to take a little bit of time and do this together. So the advanced way for you to prioritize rest and fun in your week, now that you've chosen your rest intention and you've chosen how many times you want to do that rest intention for the week. So my rest intention for the week is to take time to do that body scan that I did today. I want to do that at least 3 mornings this week. Actually, I'm going to say every morning this week. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule that in my calendar, because here's the truth. If you are a get it done woman, if you are someone who struggles with making time for rest, then guess what? You're probably someone who lives by your calendar. You're probably someone who has a lot of responsibilities. You're probably someone who's used to managing all the things, and the way that you manage those things are in your calendar. And why do you do that? Because you prioritize what gets in your calendar. So if you don't take time and put rest in your calendar, you are not prioritizing it. You are prioritizing work. You are choosing a time, a place, when an intention around doing your work, but you're not giving your rest that same amount of priority. And so this is about helping you change that. Okay. So what we're going to do now is you're going to put your rest intention in your calendar. So the beginning way, if you're a beginner, you're going to put it on your post-it. If you're more advanced, you're going to literally schedule your rest time in your calendar. Okay. And that's super, super important, because you already live by your calendar anyway. You got 10 million notifications saying the next meeting's coming, the next meeting's coming, the next meeting's coming. Let's actually have a notification that comes and say, hey, boo, take a second to rest. Isn't that nice? Girl, it is one of my favorite things to see when my calendar says, hey, go sit in quiet silence right now. Or hey, go take a second away from everybody. It is the best notification, the one notification that you want to see more than anything else. So that's why we schedule it in our calendar. And we're actually going to take some time to do that together. So the way that I love to do this is I check my calendar. We're going to do a little bit of a co-working session. I'm going to put on some music. You're going to take your rest intention and you're going to set up your calendar, your schedule for the next 7 days. You're going to start with looking at what are the things from this week that you didn't finish. And you should have already celebrated. What we did at the beginning was we celebrated the things that we did accomplish from this week. Okay. So now that we've seen the two different buckets, we know what things we've gotten done and we celebrated those things, and we know what things we didn't get done. Now we need to look at what are our priorities for next week, and we need to set up our priorities. But first and foremost, I want you to prioritize rest. I'm going to be real honest. I don't care about your schedule. I don't care how much you get done. I care about how much you rest. Because here's the thing, you are always going to get it done. You're always going to get the work done, but you're not always going to rest. And so I care about how much rest are you scheduling. And so that's what you're going to do. This co-working time, 25 minutes that we do this, it's about you taking a second, pull out your schedule, pull out that rest intention that we just made, put it on your schedule, and then you can make sure you put all of your work and your other priorities around it. But I want you to make a practice of prioritizing your rest and fun first. This live stream is named You Deserve Rest. Here's how you get it. This is how you get it. You prioritize it. You put it as a priority by scheduling it first and foremost, because the reality is it doesn't happen by accident. Your rest doesn't happen by accident. You're not just going to start resting for the heck of it unless your body is like, hell no, we ain't doing nothing else. But you shouldn't be waiting until your body is putting you on your ass to finally decide to rest. We want to be preemptive about rest. We don't want to have to wait until we're burnt out. We don't want to have to go that far. Like, we can get rest way before that. And it starts with being intentional about it. Okay. So can you see I get excited? I get all like, I get all passionate about it. Okay. Oh, you know what else? I just realized we forgot to do our stickers. I'm going to take a second and we're going to do our stickers. Tracy! Yes, Leslie was here earlier. I told her that we missed her. Now we asked about her and she said, send her some love, y'all. She's got life lifing right now. And that's one of the beautiful things of being in this community. When we see a sister needing us, we show up for her, because we don't have to do this alone. This is not a community where you have to do it alone. This is not a community where you have to act like everything is perfect all the time. Listen, this is not a community where you have to. I don't need your toxic productivity. If you're like, listen, all I got is anger today, bring it. I got it. We here for you. We're here for you. We're here to hold you and care for you in this space. So y'all send her some love, okay? Um, Tracy said, hey ladies, how are you? Yes. Like I said, we're sending love to Leslyn today. We're shouting out to Leslyn deeply today. Kiki said, when I was in college, rest and fun were not a top priority. I believe it. That's one of the first places we start learning to like forsake everything to make sure we graduate. Because guess what? Our parents put a lot of money to this. Like you can't mess this up, especially for Black women. Black women, there was no such thing as flunking out. Like you gonna get this degree, you gonna do this, right? Like I remember, y'all. I was a diligent student, and definitely one of the first times that I learned to prioritize work over everything, to prioritize my schoolwork over everything, and having to unlearn that or learn a different way to manage that, super a big thing. Yay! Kiki said, "Hey Tracy," and sent some hearts. Hey Kiki. Leslie, not sure what's going on, but thoughts and prayers go out to you. Yes, exactly. Thank you for saying that, Tracy. Listen, sending all of that love, all of that affection. She had a win though. She said she was glad she was here. She said, I'm struggling, but my head is above water. That is a win. That's the other thing I want to say too. Like, I asked us to celebrate our wins at the beginning. And sometimes we're so used to just doing the next thing, doing the next thing, doing the next thing. We don't even recognize our wins anymore. We don't even look back and see how much we've accomplished. If you haven't taken a second to celebrate your wins from this week, please take a second and just think about, what did you accomplish? You did so much this week. I know you did. I know you did. Even if it just started with, I woke up today, that's a win. But here's the thing, the community that comes and hangs out here, I know y'all are doing more than that. Y'all just forget to remind yourself how much you've done. Celebrate yourself, please. Please, I am celebrating you. You deserve it. And if you're like, listen, I can't remember all the things that I've done this week, take a second and go back and look at your calendar from this week and celebrate everything that you finished. Celebrate it, even if you didn't finish it, you just worked on it. Celebrate it. Celebrate if it's ongoing. Celebrate all the times that you smiled. Celebrate all the times that you just took a second for you, which is where we get into the stick of next. But let me, if you're like, okay, I want to keep track of my wins during the week, I want you to take a second and download my worksheet, the Freedom Fridays worksheet. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Freedom Fridays at yourdreamstrategist.com. There is a section that says celebrate your wins, where you can write your wins in throughout the week. Download that worksheet for today, for next week, okay? And start writing in your wins during the week, so that when we come on Friday, you just reading out, listen, I did this and that and that and this. And I'm like, yes, 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 yes. All of those wins, okay? Take a second and download that worksheet. It's right at the top. Okay. Kiki said, I also think that creativity comes easier when you do prioritize. Girl, when you prioritize rest and fun, you better tell the truth and shame the devil. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that, I was saying, like, when I was coming out of my body scan for choosing my rest intention for next week, I had this hard time almost choosing my rest intention, because I was like, wait, I was so well rested this week. My body is like, we just need to keep doing what we've been doing. And that's what it was. I was taking this time this week to really lean into the rest and the fun. Look, being on The Price is Right this week was fun. Okay. I had a good time. I had such a good time that the next day I was ready to work. Like, I was like committed. Like, I was like, yes. And it was such a good day. I got so much good stuff done because I prioritized rest and fun. You are so right, Kiki. I agree. It's a thing. When you prioritize rest and fun, really all of the work that you actually do comes easier. Rest and fun should be your pregame, not your postgame. Okay. Rest and fun should be your pregame to all of the things that you got to get done, not your post game. I cannot say that enough. Okay, that's a win in my book. Yes, it is. Tracy said, even in troubled time, just appreciating the second is amazing. Right, right. And that's what I said to Leslin. I said, girl, I'm just so happy you're here. I'm so happy to see you're typing. I wish I could see your face, but you are welcome, sis. Listen, sometimes all we got is being able to show up. I don't need you to think about your future today. If that's where you are, if you are feeling like you are struggling, just be present in this moment. Take a deep breath and know that all of us here are sending you so much encouragement. Yes, Tracy, thank you so much for saying that. Kiki said, yes, celebrate them wins, big and small, 100%. Yes, yes, 100, 100. Okay. Tracy said, for me, my win is literally sleeping. My body needed it. Yes, girl. I'm sure. I'm sure because that little baby was like, hey, mom, I want your attention with his cute little self. But I'm so glad that you got some good sleep this week, y'all. Yes, that's amazing. Tracy, how many months is he now? I feel like he's like 7 or 8. No, is he like 8 or 9 months now? I'm trying to keep track. With his cute little chubby self, his little cute little legs. I love it. Tracy said, wait, you were on The Price is Right? Holy ish. You made it happen for real. You were a contestant. Girl, I cannot tell you the details of what happened on The Price is Right, but I can tell you that I was in the audience. I was in the room. And it airs the taping that I was in airs on November 21st. Do not worry, I will show y'all when it comes. But it was so fun. It was a good time. I cannot tell you the details. They were like, listen, wait, they'll just show that they'll get to see when it comes out. So they made us all make sure that we know when our air date is November 21st. So I'm looking forward to it. Sorry, I missed her. Got caught up. Yes, I understand. She'll be so glad to know that you, when she gets a chance to watch the replay, she'll know that you were here and that you were thinking about her. And I told her, I was like, listen, we've been asking about you. I told her we've been asking about her. So she knows. She knows. Um what she was, when was this? Kiki, I'm not sure. Are you talking about Leslin? Um, Leslin is one of our regulars, but she's been MIA the last couple months. So we've been looking for her, but she stopped in today. She said she had to go though because she had to go to dialysis. I'm not sure if she was going to for herself or if she was taking someone. So that in itself, we know that's a hard situation to be in. So we're sending her so much love and affection. Tracy said, girl, yes, he's going on 10 months tomorrow. Yay! He's such a big boy. I can't believe 10 months has gone that fast, Tracy. Oh my gosh. How did you figure this out, Tracy? I'm so excited to watch. Yes. Y'all, I'm excited to watch too. I cannot wait to see, like, you get to see everybody in the crowd. And I was saying earlier, I got to sit next to the producer's family, which is also really cute too, because I asked her mom, I said, when she was a kid, did you know that your daughter would be a producer of a television show? She's a producer of two television shows, actually. She does The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal. And she's so sweet. She has such an amazing energy. We met her before we got in there because you have to do like your interviews for the show before you get onto the show. It's part of how they choose who's going to get picked and all of those things. And she was just so sweet. She had such an amazing energy. And her mom said, since she was a kid, we called her Hannah Hollywood. She knew this was what she wanted to do. And she started down a different path in college. And then she changed her mind. And then she switched over to production. And then she got an internship at a studio. And that's been her life ever since. So Such a beautiful story and such a great experience for me to be in that room. Um, yeah, it definitely, I didn't have it as a bucket list thing, and yet I'm glad that I did it. Like, this is one of the things that reminds me, like, we get to do amazing things if we actually allow our, like, if we dream of it. And it was funny, somebody else, my friend said to me, she said that she had been on the Prices Right. She had tried to get on the Prices Right and didn't make it. And I was like, oh, I should try. And so I got to be in the audience. And now I really want to be on the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune studio. Now that one's in August and it's right after I leave. So I'm gonna have to come back for that one. But that is the question. that is the other part of the story. I'm so excited to watch. Girl, you have to remind me. Okay, I will. Kiki Rashidat talked about it last week about The Price is Right. Not sure. Oh, yes, I did talk about it last week. Y'all, I had tickets last week. So I knew that I was going, and I knew I had a priority ticket, but I didn't know how it was going to work. So I got multiple priority tickets. So I was like, if I don't make it on the first day, I have to make it on the second or third day because they're going to recognize me because I'm that person. First of all, there ain't that many of us Black people, Black women showing up. So you won't remember me if I show up multiple days in a row. But I got to be in the audience the first day. That's all I could tell you is I got to be in the audience. All the details that go, anything else that goes with it, you'll have to see when it comes out. Okay. Thanks, Tracy. Okay. Tracy said, you have been living life this summer, Rashida. Mexico, LA, Price is Right, tiny houses. All of those are 2025 wins. Yes. Listen, remember at the beginning of the year when you chose your vision board or you chose a word for your vision for this year and you were like, this is what I want this year to be about. Remember, mine was make space for this year to be magical. It is on my phone. If I wasn't using my phone as my camera, I'd show it to you, but I could show it to you on my iPad. Make space for this year to be magical. And so I look at it all the time and I always try to think to myself, what would allow this year to be magical? And that's what I've been trying to do. Because guess what? There's always more work to do. And I love serving you guys. I'm going to show up and do that regardless. I'm going to do that regardless. But I also want to make time for rest and fun and do all the other things. And that starts with like putting that intention in the front of my mind and asking myself that question on a regular basis. What does it mean to live into my intention for this year and do it well? And mine is to make space for this year to be magical. And let me tell you, every chance that I get, I've been making space for this year to be magical. Yes, Tracy said beautiful with the heart eyes, the star eyes, the little A-OK hands. Kiki said stars. Yes, yes, yes. Making space for this year to be magical. So whatever your intention was from this year, go back and look at it. Like, have you reminded yourself about it? Have you asked yourself what does it look like to lean into that? If not, take a second to do that. While you're doing that, okay? Remember, we give out stickers every week. So if just like we chose our rest intention for next week, you chose the rest intention last week. If you took some time to anytime this week, no matter how long it was, even if it wasn't for as long as you thought it was, or as many times as you thought that you would, make time for that rest intention. If you did it at all, I want to give you a sticker. I want you to be like, yes, somebody is thanking me for taking rest. I want you to feel that because then it gives you a little dopamine hit and you're like, ooh, I think I want to do that again. And I'm like, yes, take more rest, do that again. So if you've made any time for rest and fun this week, I want you to put hashtag sticker in the chat so that I can give you a sticker. And I'm actually going to put it on my spreadsheet. I'm about to show you right now, okay? So, let me get it open. So the way that I do this, you go ahead and drop a hashtag sticker in the chat. And then what I do is I open my spreadsheet and I give you a sticker in my spreadsheet. That in itself is fun because we all like to get rewarded, right? and to get rewarded with a sticker like we did in kindergarten, it was like, oh, yes, I love a sticker, right? It all made us excited, right? So, that's first and foremost. You get a sticker, you get rewarded for making time for rest and fun. And then look at all these stickers people been getting. Isn't that beautiful? And then every quarter, I like to do a giveaway. Now, here's the giveaway is actually going to be next week. I'm glad that this is how I do it. So this is the last week for you to be entered into the giveaway. So every sticker that you've gotten over this quarter now becomes an entry inside of the giveaway, and you can get an opportunity to win. Now, what I like to give away, I try to do something that is something else that helps you do rest and fun. And so I always have to kind of choose it after I choose the winner, because sometimes we have people who are participating, Black women who are not in the US. And so I don't want to buy a gift ticket, a gift certificate to something in the US and you're in Malaysia, because in Malaysia, you're not going to be able to use it. Okay. So, but it's whatever it is. Last time it was a massage. Um, then we cash app it or do whatever we need to do to get it to you so that you can go and partake in some more rest and fun. Okay. So that's what we do. That's what this is about. So that being said, if you are claiming a sticker for this week, go ahead and put hashtag sticker in the chat, and I am going to add you to our check-in. Now, if you're catching me on the replay, you can still get your sticker. All you do is go to the comments of this video and put hashtag sticker, and I will add you to the check-in. I will give you your sticker. You can do that every week, because I know not everybody can join live. That's okay. That's okay. So if you're here live, go ahead and put hashtag sticker in the chat. If you're joining on the replay, go ahead and put it in the comments. Either way, I will make sure that you get your sticker. And if you're not yet on the spreadsheet, I will add you. It's absolutely no problem. I would love to add you to the spreadsheet. Okay? Yes, I love it. Okay, Kiki said, good idea using the emojis on a spreadsheet. It makes it more engaging. Yes, girl. And I want you to see the spreadsheet. I'm not gatekeeping any of this. I'm ready for y'all to receive it. Yes. Tracy said, hashtag sticker. Renee is here. Renee, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Hey, ladies. Tuning in on the way to the movies with my son. Oh, that's so fun. What movie are you going to see today? Listen, the last call Renee and I did, Renee was on the beach and had so many amazing revelations. Oh, I love it. It makes me so happy. Yes, Kiki said hashtag sticker. Renee said hashtag sticker. Come on, ladies. Yes, yes, yes. All the stickers. Hey, Renee, welcome to the chat. Yes, I love it. Okay. So let me get some stickers out over here. I love it. Okay, Renee, I know I have you in here. Okay, I also have to choose a sticker for today. What sticker are we gonna choose? Let me see. Did I do this one yet? This is a new emoji, and I love it. I use this emoji all the time, y'all. Okay, so I got Renee's sticker. Tracy is right here. I got Tracy's sticker. I got my sticker. And now, Kiki, I'm adding you in, boo. Yes. Kiki. Let me get it. Go to channel, and I am save as Kiki. I'm getting your picture so that I can add it. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Save as. Let me save it here. And then I have to go ahead and open it. And I love it. Like, I don't have any problems. I love making sure I can add new people to the I didn't do that right. Let me try that again. Oh, you know why? Because here, I'll do it this way. There we go. Okay, adding it now. Y'all can't see all of that moving because I'm moving it in the background, but that's okay. Kiki, let me Kiki B. And then add your picture. Listen, we said I'm getting it all in here together. Insert the image. Move this out the way. Browse. Download. Nope, it is on desktop. I just had it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I hate when that happens. Okay. Hopefully, here. There we go. Okay. Now we got Kiki all set up and we're giving Kiki her sticker. Yay! Congratulations on your first sticker, Kiki. Woo! I love it. Listen, can y'all tell this makes me so happy to give out stickers? I love receiving stickers and I love giving out stickers. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Yay. Okay. Let me see. Hey, Renee. Yes. Tracy said, hey, Renee. We got the stickers. Welcome to the chat. Kiki said, I just saw Sinners. Sinners was good. Kiki asked, what movie are y'all going to go watch? Tracy said, you saw Sinners and it was good as well. Yes. Thank you. Oh, you're going to see Smurfs. Yeah, because she's going with her son. Your son is like 10 or 11, right, Renee? He don't need to be watching Sinners. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know. Do parents introduce horror movies that early? No, because they got the ratings for that. That's why they have ratings. Rated R is too early. Yes. But they're going to see Smurfs. That'll be fun. I love it. Also, I want to go see I like animated movies, y'all. So I'm not gonna pay to go see Smurfs at the movie theater, but Bad Boys 2, I might have Bad Guys 2. That was the first one was a cute movie. So I would honestly, I don't think I would pay for it, but I would go see that one too. So yes, I love it. Tracy got all the claps. I'm guessing that's for the stickers. So yes, we got stickers in there. Yay, everybody. Okay, good. Let me make sure we got everybody's stickers so you can see. Okay, so that one's Kiki is in there. Let me move you up, sis. Okay, so I'm gonna move Kiki up. Renee, I just saw you. I'm gonna move you up there. And then Tracy, look, Tracy been riding strong. Come on, Tracy. Yes. Okay, so then next week I will make sure we go ahead and do our drawing. We'll go ahead. So everybody from this quarter, these are all the stickers from this quarter. Let me see if I can condense this down. This is all trying to help me. So you can see we had so many stickers from this quarter. I love it. Let me see if I can count how many stickers equals some. 79 stickers. That means 79 people this quarter said that they prioritized rest and fun. That is a win. That makes me so excited, y'all. Yay. I love it. And I'm excited for that number to grow. So thank you for taking a second to prioritize yourself, for taking a second to prioritize rest and fun for you. We talk about you deserve rest. Here's how you get it. Like you've been getting it. You've been getting it. Yes. Get hyped about that. It makes me so excited. Yes, I love it. Since joining the company, I've tried to be present. Yes, I understand. Especially because I know you started hanging out with us during like the end of your maternity leave, and then you've been coming as much as you possibly can, girl. Look, you done came 14 times. That's amazing. And I love it.
This is my resting moment. Yes, I love it. Oh, he's 8. Tracy said he's 8. No, Renee said he's 8. Lord have mercy, I'm mixing people. I love it. I knew he was still young. Like he ain't ready for for sinners yet, but Smurfs are good. I love it. No sinners for him. No ma'am. Yes, that's an adult movie. I love it. Yay for y'all getting ready to go. Enjoy the movie together though. That's amazing. Okay, y'all. Okay. We celebrated our wins. We chose our rest intention for the week. We gave out our stickers for the rest and fun that we've done this past week. Now it's time to schedule our rest and fun for next week. So I already told you about the 2 different ways to do it, whether you're doing it on the post-it or whether you're putting it directly in your schedule, whichever way you're doing it. We're going to take some time and go ahead and set that up right now. So I'm going to put on some music. That's going to give us about 25 minutes for us to go ahead and set up our schedule for this time where we prioritize rest and fun, and then we'll come back together and we will wind down for the weekend. So let me go ahead and put the music on. You know what else? I'm going to fix this for next week. I don't have it fixed today, but I'm going to fix this for next week. I'm going to get us a track that's literally the 25 minutes, and I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be awesome. You don't know what I mean yet, but I got it in my head. Every time I get on here, I remember, and then I forget during the week. I'm gonna get it this week. Okay. So we got the music on. Go ahead and start setting up your schedule for next week, and then we'll get back together and wind down for the weekend, okay? Renee said, I love this music. It will be forever never be associated with Rest and Fun. Yes. That makes me happy.
Okay, so you should be finishing up your schedule for the week, prioritizing rest and fun. Um, so that we could go ahead and wind down for the weekend. Hopefully, you got your sound on so you can hear me and we can all come back together. I love it. Renee said, I love this music. It will forever be associated with rest and fun. I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna be using the same track when I make our new countdown video. I'm excited to get that set up for us. Okay, y'all, it's officially time to wind down for the weekend, baby. Yes. So, what we do when we wind down for the weekend, there's three particular tasks that we do. This first one, if you are new to doing this with us, you might be like, girl, you asking a lot of me. And I say, you know what? I am. But it's a good thing because the more that you do this, the more that you are making space for you to get out of burnout and actually get into alignment. So bear with me. You could do this. Even if you don't do this today, today I just tell you what it is. And then maybe in the coming weeks, you decide to do this with me. That is a win. Okay. So here's the first thing that we do. I've hyped it up enough. Are you ready?
the first thing that we do, you are going to look at your devices, your iPhone, your laptop, or excuse me, your phone. It doesn't have to be iPhone. Your phone, your laptop, your tablet, and you're going to see how many windows do you have open. Because how many windows you have open is symbolic of how much stuff you got running in the back of your mind. And the more things that you have running in the back of your mind, the less mental space you have for your mind to rest. That means that your mind is always on. And I want you to close those windows so your mind has more space to rest. So close it on your devices. This is a symbolic activity of emotional decluttering for you. And I love to do it every single week. Every week. Okay. And every week I need to do it. This is something that I need to do too, y'all. This isn't just for y'all. This is for me as well. So know that this is no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone, okay? So I have 5 windows open on my iPad. I am closing one, two, three. I'm actually going to close 4 of those 5 windows. I just closed 5 windows, okay? 4 windows. How many windows do you have open on your laptop? I have one, two, three, four, five, two of which I'm actually using right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I got 16 windows open. Oh, 17, 18. So listen, if I got those many windows open, I'm not judging you. How many of them can you close on your device? I can close 1, 2. We can close this. That's 3. I was using you know what? That's it logged out. 4. And I can close this until I'm ready to look at it again. That's 5, 6. Let me see. 7, closing that. 8, 9. I closed 9 windows. These other windows are actually, I'm going to close. No, I want to leave that open. Okay, I closed 9 out of the 16 windows. That's a little more than half. That's a good thing. And then I'm gonna look at my phone. I can't do my phone while we're on the stream because I use my phone as my camera. So when we get off, I will check my phone as well. So I'll close some more windows there. All of that, all of those windows that you're closing, that I'm closing, that is making space for mental space, emotional decluttering around all of the work that we feel like we have running in the background that we've got to get back to. Here's the thing, even if you are like, oh, but I need to come back to this, you can close that window and make it a bookmark so that you can come back to it. Like some of these windows I'm literally using today, but I'm going to close them today. I want to have as much mental freedom as possible because all of that makes more space for me to be creative, for me to be rested, for me to be present in this moment rather than worrying about the past or fretting about the future, right? And the more that I can be present in this moment, the more that I can be rested, okay? So take a second and to close those windows. So that's the first step that we do in our wind down. The second step that we do is to decide what is the fun meal that we're going to do that is going to get us into our rest for the week. So we know that during the week, we are probably just eating what's easy and what's available or what was frozen and, we could just warm up. Okay. no judgment. I do it too. But on the weekends, like when we're moving into our rested time, we can actually do something different. So maybe a meal that you don't get to have that often because it takes too long, or you got to go to the grocery store and you really like everything fresh, or whatever it is. Or maybe it's just a meal that you don't have to cook because during the week you're trying to save money, but on Friday you get to do something special for you. Whatever it is, choose that meal that reminds you you're stepping into your weekend, okay? So go ahead and choose what that meal is going to be. Mine today, I've actually been in a season of enjoying ramen, but you know what? Today I'm going to add a scallion pancake to it. That's going to be amazing, and I'm very excited about that. So, yes, I am. That's what I'm adding. That's what I'm having for uh my wind down meal for the week. And then my wind down activity for the week, my past self did my future self a great justice. I scheduled the oh, I forgot I could have did that yesterday too. See, this is why I need to put it on my schedule. There was a farmers market yesterday. I completely forgot it. But I did schedule the farmers market for Sunday. So I'm going to go to the farmers market in Beverly Hills on Sunday. I think that's going to be fun to just walk through, maybe find a couple of fun things. So yes, that's what I'm going to do Sunday morning. So that's going to be my wind down activity for the week. So that's what we do for our wind down. I want you to close all the extra, do some emotional decluttering around work, around all of the windows that you have open. Second, I want you to choose a fun meal that reminds you that you're moving into your rested time of the week. Okay. And then your third thing is to figure out what fun thing that you're going to do while you're resting, not just sitting on the couch. Because here's the thing, there is a time and space where you do just need to be, you just need to sit. It doesn't always have to be at home on the couch. Maybe it's at the park. There are times for that, but don't just numb yourself out with TV. I get it. I get it. But that's not enough to actually refill your cup. Okay. And if that's all you have mental capacity to do, that means you're not resting. That means you're collapsing. Again, if you've missed this series that I've been talking about things like this, go back and watch the full playlist series that I have on my YouTube channel called Embracing Rest Without Guilt. Go watch that full series, okay? It gives really good tips, has some really good commentary around it. Okay, so make sure you watch that. That being said, um, you want to do more than just numb yourself. You actually want to do things that are going to fill your cup. So make sure you're doing things that fill your cup. If you're like, I can't remember what kind of fun activities actually fill my emotional cup, my mental cup, then I want you to go ahead and download my other worksheet. We came together as a community and we created a list of rest and fun activities that will help you, give you some good ideas, some new ideas of things that you can do to help you get more rest and fun in your schedule, to try some new rest and fun activities. So let me go ahead and put that link in the description or in the chat. It's such a great worksheet, one of my favorites. Completely free. You could go ahead and download that. Put that in the chat, and now I just pinned it to the top so you can go ahead and download that one if you want. So yeah, if you're looking for some rest and fun activities that you could do this weekend that are going to, help fill your cup more than just collapsing or numbing yourself from all of the things that are going on. First of all, that means you need more time for rest and fun. And then these are some rest and fun activities that you could do when you give yourself more time to do it. So go ahead and download that worksheet, pull out some of the options that are there, try them. There's going to be things that you never even heard of. You're going to love it. Go ahead and try it. Okay. It'll be great. All right, y'all. So, as we have completed our wind down for the weekend, I want to remind you that you deserve rest.
You deserve rest. That's why I do this every single week, because you deserve rest. So please take some time and get rest. Get all the rest that you need. Make time for it, lean into it, find and do more than just numb. This is not about numbing. Do things that are actually going to fill your emotional and mental cup, because you deserve to be a rested queen. What I want for you more than anything is to experience being a rested queen. A rested queen is someone who she gets all the things done, but she doesn't have to have her hands in everything. She knows how to delegate. She knows how to take care of herself. She knows how to prioritize rest and fun. She knows how to do those things for herself and still make sure that things gets done, and she doesn't have to burn out in order to do that. There's three things that really epitomize a rested queen. She is living in flow, which means that she is living in alignment. She knows who she is, and she's living her life based on who she is, rather than all of these external pressures that try to tell her who she needs to be. She's not letting those things in. So that's first thing. She's living in flow. Second thing, she's nourished and centered. Her life is centered on her, and everything else is improved by her just being herself. Okay, so that means she's nourished. She's nourished emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, all of those things. She makes sure she prioritizes being nourished and centered. Okay, so that's number two, living in flow, nourished and centered. And then number three, she allows herself to be cared for. She understands that she shows up and cares for other people, but she also allows herself to be cared for. She's learned that running up to the plate to do everything all the time is not, that's her being, when she's doing that, she's in her superwoman vibes. And she's like, oh, that's not actually where I want to be. That's not helpful. That's not encouraging. That's not restful and fun. That's not me being my fullest self. That's her leaning in. When she's got the superwoman cape on, she's leaning into burnout. But when she's leaning into being a rested queen, she's allowing that she shows up for other people, but she also allows other people to show up for her. And Leslyn did that, was an amazing. She came on today just to tell us that she needed us to care for her, and we showed up for her. That is a part of being a rested queen. So those are the three main things of what it looks like to become a rested queen. And I'm all about helping us women, especially and specifically Black women, become rested queens. If you are a Black woman who is struggling with burnout, who is not, maybe not even burnt out yet, but you know, if you don't make a change, that you're going to continue to be in this downward spiral, then I would love to be able to serve you. And here's your first step. Your first step is, I want you to go to my link in bio.yourdreamstrategist.com. On there, I have an assessment that's going to help you figure out, from those three things, there's 9 steps that help you accomplish those three things: living in flow, nourished and centered, being fully cared for. I want you to go and take that assessment, and it's going to tell you which of those 9 things you're not doing well. So you can start getting some clarity on how you can switch your lifestyle from being from on this road to burnout to being on a road to being to rested queen. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and take that assessment. It's at bio.yourdreamstrategist.com. Completely free. Completely free. The way it works, you scroll down to the bottom or you click one of the buttons, it's going to take you down to the bottom. You fill in the assessment. I actually do this as a personalized report. So it sends me your responses. I create your report. I send it back within the first 48 hours, usually within 24 hours. And then from there, I, in that email, when I send you that report back, I'm also going to make a suggestion of where your first step is, like the first step you should take towards, making the shift from burnout to rested queen, from burnout to living a life of alignment. So if you are struggling, I want to help you. This is my passion. This is what I'm on the earth to do, and I love doing it for my overflow. So I would love to serve you. Allow me the opportunity to serve you. Go ahead, take that assessment. Go to bio.yourdreamstrategist.com and take the assessment so we can see. I can start helping you make this transition. No matter what, sis, you are amazing. You deserve to be cared for.
You deserve a life of being a rested queen. You deserve rest, okay? And I want to help you get to it. Thank you so much for taking this first step, for even being on this live stream today. Thank you for believing that you need rest. And thank you for making time to make it happen. I'm so proud of you. Like, you are on track. This is it. Like, this is the first step. You're doing it. Take the next step after that. Okay. I'm so excited for you to get to experience this. This is going to be beautiful for you. Okay. Thank you for joining me today. I love you so, so much. I really do. And I can't wait to do this again with you next week, right here on YouTube, live, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Freedom Fridays, where we come together to prioritize rest and fun together and do it as a community all together. It's always a good time. So I'll see you again here next week. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you here next Friday. All right, bye.